Day 1 Self Improvement Journey.
So last night I had decided that I'll wake up super early today, like 6 a.m. But last night I couldn't get myself to sleep early. I went off to sleep sometime around 2 and woke up just now, like I think it's 9 a.m. And as and when I woke up, I realized that I am not going to keep the all or nothing approach and not be too hard on myself. So let's start the day.
Had some breakfast while watching a great podcast.
One thing that I like about waking up early is the fact that, everything is super quiet. And for people with anxiety, it's difficult to find time and situations where everything is quiet. So, yeah, maybe, just maybe, Mummy was actually right that waking up early does solve everything.
Brush karke had my first Kali coffee.
Someone recently made a comment that your anxiety is because of your caffeine addiction. And I just looked at them and I was just thinking, ki, bhai, if you knew the kind of person I was 2 years ago and the kind of addictions that I have battled and got out of, you would not make this comment at all. But yeah, I know that caffeine makes it worse, but I still feel like coffee is better than the substances that I've abused in the past.
Got dressed for the gym.
So I think that every gym person has a phase where at the start they don't dress up for the gym at all. And somewhere 1 or 2 months into the phase, they start dressing up for the gym super bad, like, full power, dry fit, top, dry fit, pants. And then again, they stop dressing up for the gym, start wearing loose t shirts and shorts all over again. I think for me, my turning point was when I went to Bali. वहाँ पे I started seeing people not dressing up for the gym at all, and yeah, I just took that from Bali. Maybe that person was actually right, and my caffeine addiction is getting out of hand.
Got to the gym where it was chest day, best day.
So for warming up, I usually do this routine where I warm up with some sort of cardio for 5 minutes. I did not get to record that because it was too crowded over there. But for my warm up, I usually do a top to bottom approach where I warm up each and every joint in my body, starting with my neck, chest, shoulders, and so on. And then post that, I would usually warm up the body part that I'm trying to train today. For example, on chest and triceps day, I would do push-ups. On back, I would do chin-ups, and on legs, I would do squats. So let's see how it goes.
The routine is in the comments. Hold on, I just realized that there is some musty behind the camera.
Don't look to the right. Don't.
So I did not think that I would be able to lift as much I lifted today because I'm lifting after very long. But I think it's a good start. I think that's a good sign that this self-improvement journey is going to be fucking fabulous. And that's it. So first win of the day, the physical win is achieved. That's it.
Had some protein shake.
So that earlier I was a person who could just not have cold showers. But I was one of those people who would take a hot shower even if it's 50 degrees outside. But starting to take cold showers have been a life changer. You start to feel refreshed, you start to feel more energetic, and it's much better for you if you feel like you need a head start to the day.
Got ready and shot some content for Gyan with Ishan. What if we've been looking at addiction the wrong way? Got my spiritual win of the day by meditating. So I am a little afraid to go back to work, mostly because very recently I had a mental burnout, complete burnout happened. and hence I was on and off for the last 4 days. But every time I feel afraid, I reach out to this one thing, and that one thing is Hanuman Chalisa super fast. This always helps me in gaining back some sort of mental strength. So if it ever helps you, use it. Office पहुंच के करा हमने lunch. So as and when I was entering the office, I was feeling this sense of fear that I might have a mental burnout again. But I think all's good at this current moment because I just got done with journaling, and journaling has always been my go-to for when I just can't understand things. So yeah, I achieved my third small win of the day, a mental win. And I did have some critical tasks aligned for work today, which I am going to get to now. But at the same time, I will not punish myself for anything that I'm not able to complete today because, hey, we have tomorrow. Reviewed some content for Punjab Shoes Company Instagram. So, usually, I'm not a very big fan of editing. But whenever I'm editing content related to Gyan with Ishan or vlogs, I have a lot of fun. With that, I would also like to announce that I have launched the Gyan with Ishan page, and I'm editing the first reel for that currently. So go follow on Instagram and subscribe on YouTube. So, I just left from work, and at the same time, I don't think I got much done at work today. But at the same time, I feel like the wheels have started moving in the right direction. For me, like, ठीक है, कर लेंगे, we have tomorrow as well. But one thing that I promised myself was to draw boundaries with work. In the sense that, once I get back home, I'm going to stop thinking about work completely, like turn off my mind. Because the last mental burnout happened because of this. I used to constantly build simulations in my head about how things will work or how things will not work related to work. But this time around, that is not going to happen. I feel like it was a good start to the self-improvement journey when it comes to my business today. Anyway, let's capture it more. खाना खाते हुए देखा हमने पॉडकास्ट नो बातें बिकॉज पूरा फोकस खाने पे था. So, a very interesting thing that I learned in therapy recently was that, to build an anchor in the sense that, basically saying कि अपनी बॉडी को बोलो कि अब टाइम आ चुका है, रेस्ट करो, वाइंड डाउन करना बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. So that is the idea that, after coming back from work and having dinner, I am gonna go out for a small walk where I tell my mind and body to start winding down and it's time to start to rest. So yeah, it's another physical win for the day. वॉक करने के बाद एक और कोल्ड शावर लिया एंड देन हैड नींद की नशे वाली चाय. So today, after very long, I am feeling sleepy at this hour. It's 10 p.m. and I think I'm actually ready to just wind down and go off to sleep. I think building a sleep routine has been the best thing I did for my mental health, physical health, because when you actually sleep well, life actually gets pretty sorted. Currently, I am using a nose strip to sleep better, and I'm also once again tracking my sleep again so that I'm able to work on my sleep more. Well, anyway, that's it for the first day of the transformation journey. See you in the next one.